Hey YouTube, this is Team Death Knights with another deck profile. This time it's Debris Zombies, so here we go. Start off with one Card Trooper, really good for the deck, mills a lot of zombies to the graveyard, and it's a good beat stick, plus you get to draw one when it's destroyed. Dark Arm Dragon, deck runs a lot of darks, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't. 2 Debris Dragon, I think 3 is a bit overkill. I like 2 in this deck. Allows me to go for Gungnir, the Dragon of the Ice Barrier, very easily because I run Snowman Eater. 1 Effect Veiler. This is a really good card in pretty much any deck. So the ability to get in monsters effect is very good. 2 Goblin Zombie. Searches out every zombie monster in the deck. So pretty good. It's a mandatory searcher, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't run this either. Gauze, pretty much a staple in any deck. Yeah, self-explanatory. Yep. Mizuki. It's a shame this got limited because it's such a good card. It allows for easy OTKs. Plague, the best tuner in the deck. Such an easy card to use. Recycle it with Zombie Master. It's great. Pyramid Turtle. I only run 1 because I really think that's all you need. It searches out special summons any monster, any zombie monster in the deck. Just really handy to have around. 2 Raikou. I don't run 3 because I think 3 is a bit overkill. It just goes nicely with Debris Dragon to get Ion Chain Dragon, and also the Distraction and Melt effects are really good in this deck. Zangan, pretty staple, can search out pretty much any monster in the deck. Snowman Eater. This card is pretty staple this format. I love it with Debris Dragon because I can get, as I said before, Gungnir, which is having like a second Branak in this deck. Spirit Reaper, good card, can't be destroyed by battle, gives you protection if you're in a spot. Very nice. And the main engine of this deck, Zombie Master. This is a great card. Discard one monster card to special summon a zombie monster from your graveyard. So, you know, if you have a good zombie monster in your hand, you can discard it as long as you have another target in your graveyard to special summon it back. So that's the monsters. We'll move on to the spells. 2 Book of Life. This has really great effect. I was playing Blackwings and I just removed a lot of their targets for Blizzard, and I removed their Gale, so it stopped them from having a lot of their synchro abilities, as well as a special summon back from your own graveyard, which is always nice. 2 Book of Moon, helps reuse Raikou, and also stops your monsters from being bottomless or attacked. Charge of the Light Brigade, a nice easy way to search out Raikou. It's pretty good. Just mill the top 3 cards of your deck and add Raikou from your deck to your hand. Cold Wave. This is a really good card if you're going to make a big push for an OTK. Stops your opponent from activating anything, so you can just go in there and get rid of them. Dark Hole, pretty self-explanatory and a staple in this format. Destroys all monsters on the field, so you can just have a good reset after a failed push or something like that. Foolish Burial, allows you to dump Plague or any other good targets for Zombie Master. Giant Trunade, this is also a good card if you're going to try for an OTK, just return them all back to your hand. Monster Reborn, allows you to special summon any monster from either you or your opponent's graveyard, which is very helpful. You know, get a synchro monster back, it's really good. 1 MST, I think 1's enough. I don't really like running 2. It's got a lot of other destruction power in this deck, so 1's fine for me. And Pot of Avarice allows me to return 5 cards from my graveyard back to my deck and draw 2, so it gives the deck a little bit of draw power. And on to the traps. Black Horn of Heaven, just 1. A lot of people may be surprised at this, but I like it. It's like a Solemn Warning without a cost, pretty much. You're going to get the special summon of one of your opponent's monsters and destroy it. It's my tech for the second Solemn Warning, which I don't have at the moment, so yeah, it's working well for me. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. Pretty staple in any deck. Just your opponent summons a strong monster and just bottomless, remove it from play. 2 Dimensional Prison. If your opponent attacks, remove from play the attacking monster. That's a really good card this format because, you know, removal is so much better than just destroying. Mirror Force, staple card. If your opponent has a lot of monsters and you have nothing, this card is really invaluable. return from the different dimension. This deck removes from play a lot, so it can bring back Mizuki or Plague or any other thing that's been removed from play. Solemn Judgment, pretty staple, pay half your life points, can negate the effects of a spell, trap, or summon of a monster, so that's a pretty good card. Solemn Warning, now this card is amazing. You can pay 2,000 life points to get this effect that summons a monster or the summon of a monster, which is really good with synchros going around and a lot of strong monsters. And Torrential Tribute just destroys every monster on the field when a monster is summoned. So this is sort of like a second Dark Hole and is a very nice card. And onto the extra deck just quickly. Ally of Justice Catasta, really a staple in any extra deck because of its power. 2 Black Rose Dragon. I don't run 3 because I have Gungnir, so I don't really need a third one. Brionac. This card is insane in zombie decks. It's just so good. Discard any zombies that you need in the graveyard for Zombie Master. Bump opponent's cards. Go for a big push. Colossal Fighter. Another good card. It can just get 100 attack for every warrior monster in either player's graveyard, and when it's destroyed by battle you can special summon itself again, which is a pretty good effect because you can just suicide it into other things and bring it back again. Dark End Dragon, this card's really good with the amount of darks you run in the deck. It can be really helpful just because it doesn't destroy, it sends to the graveyard, so it can't be negated by Stardust and things. Go-Yo Guardian can attack over a lot of cards, and it's got 2/8 attacks, so you can steal the opponent's monster that it destroys. It's a pretty helpful card. Gungnir, I love this card in this deck. Special summon it with Debris Dragon and Snowman Eater. Discard 2 cards, or up to 2 cards, to destroy up to that many cards on your opponent's side of the field. So it's a really good effect, it's like having a second Brionac. Iron Train Dragon, just is pretty easily summonable with Debris Dragon and Raikou. It's really the only reason it's run, but it is a good card and makes your opponent mill, as long as you're not playing like Lightsworn or something. Magical Android, I like this card because first turn, if I'm making a 5-star, I can just get extra life points, which is quite helpful because with Solemn Warning and stuff like that, you really need that as much extra life points as you can get. Mistworm, this is an awesome card. It's a 9-star. The only problem is it needs 2 non-tuner monsters, but that's pretty easy to get. And when it's synchro summon, you can return 3 cards on your opponent's side of the field to their hand, so that's a really good effect. Scrap Archfiend. This is a nice card. It's a level 7. You can get over Stardust. So pretty much, if you're in a tight spot with a Stardust or something, you can just use this, get over Stardust, and then use something like Dark Hole. Scrap Dragon. Now this card is really cool. You can destroy 1 card you control and 1 card your opponent controls. So that is pretty awesome. It can also get over Stardust. And of course, there is Stardust. It's pretty self-explanatory with his effect. When there's a card that will destroy a card on the field, you can tribute this card to negate that effect and destroy it, and if it's tributed in this way, you can special summon it from your graveyard during the end phase. So yeah, that's a pretty sweet effect, and it can stop a lot of plays by your opponent. So that's the deck. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys.